Tonight I want to talk about something that is pretty heavy. We're going to go down the rabbit hole on this one. And it has to do with artificial intelligence, AI. Now, I'm sure that you've heard of it before, but I'm going to go down a pathway that you might not have been on. So stay with me here. Now, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers. Notice that wording, a simulation. So, not the real, almost a counterfeit, but simulating it. And it goes on, it says the capability of a machine to imitate, there it goes again, not the real thing, an imitation. Do you want a real Van Gogh or do you want imitation? Do you want a real Picasso or do you want imitation? I'll take the real thing myself. To imitate intelligent human behavior. AI is going to go much, much further than what the average person believes or even could consider. I mean, that is truly where we're at. I mean, it is intense. Now, Revelation chapter 13 in the Bible, in the King James Version Bible, which is public domain, says that he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image. What is an image? It is a reflection. It is an example of something that is real. But it in and of itself is not real. It talks about the world wondering after this beast system, which is a government system, not a literal beast. The Bible proves that. Because the Bible interprets the Bible, and the Bible says that a beast is a nation or a government. So I think that there's a connection there, a prophetic implication. That's my understanding as a Christian. Of course, I know not all of you are of the Christian belief, and so there are different ways of looking at this. But just to look at it on the level of AI and AI alone, it is something that, I mean, once you go down that pathway, it's hard to turn back. And I mean, it's just know what door you're opening up. That's how serious this really is. Most of you are familiar with domain endings, .com, .net, .org. Each one has a certain kind of theme. Org is organization, commerce. You get the idea. There is a domain ending. That's right. There is a domain ending now that when I heard about it, it's like, yeah, AI. They have their own domain ending now. I didn't know that, and that that was like, oh wow, this is more intense than I even thought. But I want to talk to you about Providence. Providence. You can find this out online. That's right. And I'm going to tell you what this is all about, what limited information that I have regarding Providence. And this is what they say according to their website. And you're going to be like, wow. So let's go now to www.providence.ai. Providence.ai. Think about that one. Simulate the world. Reminds me of the book of Genesis. Lucifer wanted to, well, actually, it goes back much further than that. You'd have to go into the book of Isaiah where he wants to be like the Most High. And God says to him that he has fallen, that son of the morning has fallen. So before there was an Adam or an Eve, there was a heavenly realm. I mean, we could really go into this. I've spent many years studying prophecy and technology, and I'm beginning to see that the two are coming together in a very interesting way. But Lucifer wanted to be like God, and he couldn't handle it. And so he created this revolt, and he and a third of his angels, they were cast out of heaven. But I don't want to digress too much, but there's still some relevance to that. And so there's this desire to counterfeit. Everything's about imagery, counterfeiting. And we're in this age of it now. Look at the internet, for crying out loud. Simulate the world. Providence powers massive scale AI simulations, import predictive models, and scale infinitely to answer existential questions. Now, let's talk about predictive models. According to this search that I've done, this is under searchdatamanagement.techtarget.com. It refers to predictive modeling or predictive programming. Predictive modeling is a process that uses data mining and probability to forecast outcomes. Each model is made up of a number of predictors, which are variables that are likely to influence future results. Once data has been collected for relevant predictors, a statistical model is formulated. So it's almost like they can take all of this information that they have gleaned or that they have mined, and then they can process it in such a way to where that they can forecast the future by influencing the future, if you will. That's one way of looking at it. And that's part of this AI system, along with advanced computer intelligence, because they're going to use these supercomputers that are so powerful are going to dwarf human intelligence, not wisdom, not spirituality, not anything to do with that, but on a clearly scientific and intellectual level. And so they're going to use these simulations to bring about predictive programming, to be able to do this. We talk about scalability within the blockchain world. I mean, to be able to do this on an infinite level of scalability and to answer these questions, existential questions of the universe. I mean, this is what's going on all around the world. This is what's happening in CERN, where they're trying, they said, hey, we found the God particle, the Higgs boson or whatever it is. So all of these things they're on a quest to be God-like or to find God. They did this, Nimrod did this, if you read in the Old Testament, with the Tower of Babel. And God said that it could happen, that they could actually reach this level of, if you want to call it, knowledge or enlightenment. But he said if they came together, they could. All of these systems are coming together. The decentralization of all this is coming together. And there is a good side to it, but there is also a very sinister side to that. And what I'm telling you, there is going to come a point, and my time is limited here, but there is coming a point where there's going to have to be a jumping off point. and you're going to have to decide where that's going to be. But this is mind-boggling. So you be watching Providence, because I've been hearing about it, and it's supposed to be a big part of this AI movement that's coming, that's going to answer. It's going to be some type of application that's going to develop, that's going to be profound and be integrated into many of these systems. So we'll talk more about it next time. This is probably going to be just a part 1. Thanks for checking this video out, this video blog. Don't forget to upvote, re-steam, comment below, and you can follow me at Breaking Tonight. We are living in some really crazy times, but thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you. We'll do a part 2 because I can't cover all this in part 1, and I want to get this uploaded. So catch you guys next time at Breaking Tonight. Bye-bye for now.